Can you sign in there? I want the ship to be the Cindy Ray.
The Cindy Ray ship. Well, I started tattooing about 1961-62. Such a long time ago, it seems like a million years. It was far different than it is today because nobody wore gloves, and the ink you use from one person to another, and you're mostly working out of a bucket of warm water. Now you would never catch anybody tattooing without gloves on and dispose of everything as you use it. You've got disposable needles. Back then you had to make your own needles, so you would just run them over a Bunsen burner and they're right for the next person. And you'd use these needles up to 20 times.
Bev's career started by accident when her tattooist boyfriend broke his hand in a pub brawl.
And he just said to me, "You're going to have to tattoo until this is mended." So anyway, I'm sitting in the shop and I'm dreading somebody coming in. Then some guy walked in and he goes straight back out, "Hey, it's a Sheila in there tattooing," like shock horror. Anyway, I think I took about 4 hours to do something that I could do in 15 minutes today.
9 miles from Melbourne by road, 4.5 miles by water, Williamstown lies where the Jellybrine Peninsula juts out into Hobson's Bay.
Well, that shop in Williamstown, you work non-stop. Sailors and more sailors, they used to come into port in Williamstown. There was always sailors around. So many used to come in at once, you'd think, how the hell am I going to get through today? You just couldn't tattoo everybody that showed up. We had one sailor come in once and he's halfway through getting a tattoo and this little lady, she's only about 5 foot, flies through the door, walks up and whacks him fair across the face, knocks him on the floor. It's his mother. "I told you not to get tattooed." Yes.
Cindy Ray, Cindy Ray. Cindy Ray, Cindy Ray. You take my breath away. Cindy Ray, Cindy Ray.
Before she was a tattoo artist, Bev Nicholas was better known as Cindy Ray, the classy lassie with the tattooed chassis. Cindy Ray was the creation of an eccentric Melbourne photographer called Harry Bartram, who convinced Bev to get tattooed with the promise of fame and fortune.
Back in the early 60s, I was a single mother and I happened to answer this ad in the local paper for somebody to do photographic modelling, so willing to shave their eyebrows. So I answered the ad and this guy came out, Harry Bartram, and he actually was the one who talked me into getting tattooed. The first night I went and got 3 large tattoos down one arm and a wristband on the other. So I've gone home and of course my parents had no idea I was going to do this and they just hit the roof, couldn't proper. Anyway, I just kept going over on a regular basis every week and getting more tattoos and more until in the end I'm thinking, oh, what am I doing to myself? I didn't think they hurt. I wish to God they had hurt like hell. I probably wouldn't have gone through with this. No, they just, to me, weren't something extra painful and I just sort of went with the flow, you know, I'm getting tattooed and getting more and more and more and I do regret having got them from the elbows to the wrists and I should never have got the bottom of my legs tattooed.
Harry Bartram photographed Bev's transition into Australia's tattooed lady, then sold her pictures in America through a mail order business.
I've probably got 200 photos of Bev, but I think there'd be 500 or 600 that were available through Cindy Ray photo catalogues. I love them. They were in a time when there was almost no women with tattoos, no women at all with tattoos, and to find a young, beautiful woman with really nice tattoos was worthy of paying admission to a sideshow to go and have a look. So, and that's what Bev did.
Well, I got into sideshows, horrible. People all staring at you like I've even had a policewoman come in trying to scrub them off because they thought it was a big fake and were taking money off people, you know, under false pretences.
As well as photographs, Harry Bartram sold Cindy Ray tattoo machines and books.
Well, she didn't make anything really out of it. She was, I mean, what she did get out of it was that Harry paid for her to be tattooed. So she never paid for her tattoos as such. Harry paid for that to use as part of his marketing campaign. So she did get a lot of tattoos, but that was probably about all she got out of it, really. So, yeah.
He was making money out of it. Yep. He even had a full-time secretary working, you know, handling this. And he'd have me writing letters to people and telling me what to write to them, and next thing they're buying all these supplies, and he just had a lucrative business running.
Well, Cindy Ray is an icon. She was ahead of her time as far as women getting tattooed was concerned. There were, I can count them on my fingers, the ladies that tattooed before, say, 1970 in Australia. Very, very few. So, yeah, so she was well ahead of her time.
Yes, well, I'll be 73 this year, so I've been tattooing an awful long time. Tattoos look great when they're first done, but as you age and the pigment gets old, looks old with you, you don't realise it until a few years down the track. Someone will take a photograph and you'll look at the photograph and think, that tattoo looks old. It looks as old as me. Well, I've got them now, and so I'm putting up with them.